Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today, we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapter 57, titled Leonis in Panic. Well, not really Leonis in Panic, more like the Four Knights are in a panic or something like that. But I guess we are reaching to a point where we are gonna get Leonis in a panic state. But oh, well, we're gonna have to wait until tell that for now. But while we're discussing the debatable accuracy of the title, let's actually get into this chapter. But first, I should probably mention the first page we get this chapter. We have like shots of all the four knights. Like we have Lancelot a bit. We have Asio where he's looking at something else. Like that whole oh yes, I'm totally listening. They have Percival staring at something else. Okay, well, we have the fourth one being unknown. Just like a big question mark in the middle, and then Stritch is just looking straight into the viewer. So yeah, I guess this is. I'm guessing that when the fourth knight's gonna be fully revealed, like appearance wise and not armor wise, we're probably gonna get all four of them there. But for now, it's just unknown. So yeah. Anyways, we start this chapter off where some of the soldiers be like, as we are seeing inside the castle, is they're like, "My sincerest of apologies, Your Majesty," as they hear Miller saying, "Hey, what happens? What happens?" All right. As then we have the God saying, "We took our eyes off for just a moment. Should we assemble the palace troops?" Pretty much so, if you ask me. So yes, anyways, then we have they were saying, "I have Lancelot on the case, thanks." So I guess the entire palace troops are worse than Lancelot. Kind of hilarious. As then we have the two gods. I'm not sure those are the same ones who were at the gate. Be like, but then I'm saying, but how is Batra faring? As then we have the guys, the two knights be like, I fear he's terribly weak, my liege. So yeah, I guess there's a bit of a panic here, but not sure why yet, at least. But yeah, anyways, then we have us opening the door, and then we see Batra and Slater. I think his name's an S, but the guy from Saturday Saints who had like this iron mask for some reason. Then that the guy who was a part of this like group that was sent to capture Gopher or kill Gopher. Like the leader of that group is here, and I guess he kind of stayed as his like bodyguard, personal attendant. I mean, the guy stated at the end of the series that the only true king is Batra, but he will serve the orders because of the knight, the king kind of thing. But it's just kind of weird how he's like there. Like this guy's supposed to be like one of the stronger ones. I mean, granted, he's in age probably, so that's also the reason. But it's just kind of weird how his job now is taking care of the king, or the former king. Anyways, there Meliodas asking him, Bartra, doing all right? As then we have the guy being like, King Meliodas, it seems he's been visited by another dream. The first prophecy since the one that described the four knights of the apocalypse. So yeah, Batra was the one who told them about the prophecy, and I guess he told Sarah because he's weak. Like I'm actually looking at Batra right now, and he has like and he honestly maybe I have to check him again how he looked in Saturday Sins, but I feel like he looks even older and even weaker. I mean, I guess that does explain why they're so worried. But yeah, anyways, then we get a close up of Minerva's eye as we cut to the rest of the knights and the troops except for Isolde. So, anyways, we have Tristan being like, "The fourth knight I brought in fled, you say? Why?" So I guess he wasn't expecting him to flee. I guess that's kind of debunks the whole kidnapping thing that some people were having as a theory. Anyways, they have Lancelot be like, "Hell if I know, the king's personally enlisted our help for it." I mean, makes sense, but still. I mean, I guess they were expecting them to be professionals or something. I mean, this is really hilarious because how Percival acts, so he should probably not have known that Percival and whatever people he has with him as a team are not gonna be the top of the bar. But yeah, anyways, then we have Lancelot saying, all of you clean up the princess mask for me, he said. As Eric gets Patricia angry. I'm not sure if he's angry at the king for saying this or if he's just angry because Lancelot is lying because this kind of makes him look bad. But yeah, anyways, then we have Chian be like, it wasn't your fault, Prince Tristan. It's wholly that fourth knight's doing. No. So I guess Chian's gonna be like, it's nothing wrong with you. It's just the fourth knight, which to be fair, from what we know so far, it seems to be it. I mean, it's very unclear. I mean, we'll get into him later. I'll talk about it there, but from what we know so far, it could be the fourth knight's doing, or maybe it's just something other. I don't know. Like we actually see the knight, and I don't know, and I don't really see what exactly caused him to flee. Needless to say. So yeah, anyways, then we have Lancelot be like, we gotta catch this person before it becomes an international issue. The castle's north of here, so the only way out are the east, west, and the south gates. Alright, who the heck is this person? Because now they're making it an international issue, even though the four knights, from what we know, only Meliodas and his little clique, as well as Arthur and his knights know. So I'm not sure why there'll be an international issue. But yeah, or the very least why Lancelot is saying it for now. But yeah, anyways, and I'm kind of surprised they're all expecting him to just flee from the Lioness itself. But yeah, anyways, then we have let's just put them into teams. Like Team Tristan should cover the West Gate. Team Percival can cover the East. As then we have and just saying, and I'll look around the South Gate by myself. Got it? So yeah, cue the people saying Lancelot is the strongest of the four knights. Now this is just going to standard team splits up, which I honestly don't really I honestly don't understand why they are going the standard team split up, especially since Percival's group has like no real idea. Like, alright, I'll explain this. Donnie may have some idea about Leonis. Like his uncle is one of the Holy Knights. In fact, the captain of the Holy Knights. Which, if my ranking correctly, that makes how Hendrickson Hausert one of the highest ranking people in the military, aka only above him are probably Tristan and Lancelot. And Percival once he becomes more competent. But for lack of better terms, Hendrickson should be one of the highest rankings. So I feel like Donnie would probably know. But Anne, Nazians, and Percival, they don't know how this is go. They were shocked just by seeing the fucking place. How the heck are those three gonna know? I mean, those three would probably just assume it's just a random holy knight or something. I mean, let's be real here. The holy knights do have some weird armor, so that armor outside the helmet is actually the helmet looks more normal than the standard holy knights. But yeah, anyways, I don't see why they had if Spring that team up was good. But yeah. Also Soul is not in case you're wondering. We'll get into it a bit later. So yes. Then we have someone saying bossy bastard. As then we say we have Dark Shadows, as then we have Anne looking at it as we see Chian smirking, implying that Chian was the one who said it. Well, he's really not suspicious at all. So yeah, anyways, then we have Lancelot be like, so tell me, what do you know about this fourth night? Gotta pull that info for we have. Is there a Tristan be like, oh yes, right. Is there a Chian be like, do we really need to through? We'll catch the bigger bugger first anyway. So I guess Chian's more confident in his skills than Lancelot and Percival, which to be fair, Percival seem again. I don't see why they had to be splitting up. Anyways, they have Jay be like, hey. I mean, to be fair, even if you, I mean, to be fair, if this Fortnite went to somewhere other place, then you guys are very unlucky to even catch him. I mean, hell, the group would have been like Percival. If it goes to Percival's group, they probably won't even notice is the fourth night with no information. But yeah, anyways, then we have Tristan saying the fourth knight's name is Gawain. Yay! A tall figure wearing a suit of pure white armor with gold grim. So yeah, now we get to see him. Now the whole him being inspired by Gawain from A Foreign Legend, it's not all that surprising because all people were saying it's going to be that. I feel like as soon as gold magic was mentioned, And yes, he is the one with the gold magic. Yay. Oh, that out is no. I'm not taking that out lightly. But people were thinking it's gotta be Gavine. And we see his armor here, and we see him like he has like this kind of sun, like chest plate and face plate, and has this like really kind of a more bulkier figure. And yeah, it kind of looks like it's kind of like a holy knight. Like literally, that's how he looks like. So, anyways, they were saying they say Gavine has golden magic. Is there a person be like, Golden? What? Okay, what else? Is there a person saying, that is all? As then we see all of Puzzle's group like falling. Like, dice literally on. Legs are literally in the air. When it's falling. As Puzzle is then like, old she be like, that's it? Is it a man or a woman? Hikaru, tell me. So I guess Puzzle wants to know everything, but Tristan doesn't know. Is there a Christian saying the armor remained undoing our whole journey? So to be honest, I don't know very much. Alright, how did you get the Gavine on the fucking ship, Tristan? Because by this description, it sounds like all that happened was like Tristan was like, "Hey, excuse me, I'm looking for a guy with extremely powerful guy. He possibly has something golden magic." Or green hair with wings like does anyone like that ring a bell? And what the just like, yeah, it's a guy. Well, there is Gavine over there wearing a whole light white and golden armor who's said to have, who some people say he has golden magic from the side of it. Maybe is he maybe the one I'm looking for? And he was like, yes. And he was just went to Gavine and be like, hey Gavine, we heard you have golden magic. Do you mind coming with us? And Gavine was just like, oh, and just kind of just go along. Like how did this? I really want to know how did this thing go? Can we get a flashback soon about how this conversation went? But yeah. Anyways, then we have Lancer be like dunce. Then JJ gets angry. As then we have Jade be like, chin up, Princess Chen. As then she's like, let that stray dog bark. As she's like, sniff. I guess he's a bit upset that he's been so mean to him. But anyways, they have Lancer but Twitch is like a bit more serious now. As they have Lancer be like, yo, Tristan, you're hitting something else, huh? As then Tristan be like, huh? No, I told you everything I know. As then we have Lancer be like, want me to say it then? As then Tristan be like, you're reading my mind, aren't you? As then we have Lancer just be like, just spit out. Is there Tristan be like, ugh. And then we have Tristan saying, Gavine the Fourth Knight is related by blood to our nemesis, King Arthur. So, yeah, this is the reveal, the thing that he didn't want to tell, which, again, makes me even more curious. And how did this fucking thing go? I mean, what was it? It's like a. Well, people were like, oh, Gavine, although I would warn you, Tristan, Gavine is related, over there is related to Arthur. Or Arthur visits him, calls him cousin or something. Oh no, actually, it can be cousin because they don't know he's a boy. But, it's kind of, again, how? So, anyways, then we get a shot of Percival. As then we get his crew's reaction as we have, and be like, what? Like related to King Arthur? As there, as now it's like, which means, as they have Jade be like, is that true? As Gian is just thinking to himself after the side. I guess if Gian really is a servant of King Arthur, I guess he's trying to figure out, wait, why won't King Arthur know of this already, or why nothing said? I mean, I'm just assuming here. I mean, it's not confirmed anything, but it's kind of interesting. I was just still thinking to himself a bit, which again is true. Like, how the hell do you have someone who's a family relative and not know they have the same magic? Like, at least the other three here are people, you can argue he didn't know, or maybe he just knew, but didn't know what he could do against. A few of them, like, I mean, legitimately, what can you do against Persuasion? He's in Lioness. You have to fight Meliodas. As for Lancelot, I don't really know. I think the whole changing shape would be just a statistical guess, but yeah. So yeah, anyways, then we get a bit of a silent shot. They're just like, you see now. I kept mum about it because I knew it cast a pull over this whole thing. So yeah, I guess well, Lancer just clean his ears, and Percy just kind of not react at all. But yeah, anyways, there let's be like, if it's the truth, you should not come out with it. It'd be worse if it got sprung on us later on. Besides, it's one of the four nights either way. I guess Lancer's like, dude, we just had a flipping good guys fighting amongst each other for very weak reasons. Arc, we do not need another fucking one. So yeah, I guess Lancer is saying that as well as saying, well, Steph Robert says that we four defeat Arthur, blah or not blah, he's gotta fight against him. Or we have to find a way to have him fight against him. Okay, and now we have Lancer be like, okay, let's move out and catch that guy. Or find that guy, I don't really know. Anyways, then we get a show of a bunch of people doing some random shit, like a pipers playing a pipe, with a fairy up there also playing some as a dancer is dancing around, some people are talking, some kids are playing. As then we have, I'm guessing person will be like, a pure white armor with a golden trim, right? A rather a prominent sight, I would assume. Which is true. Like, I feel like that thing, he would stand out in pretty much every place that's not already fucking angel, or that's not filled with angels, honestly. Even amongst angels, I would say that would stand out. Anyways, then we have Donnie saying, but can this thing really be related to our enemies? As they will have, I'm guessing, and saying, right, I'm honestly not sure we can trust this person. As they will have, and saying, don't you think so, Percival? As they will have Percival responding with, no, not really. My dad works for King Arthur too, but I still want to wipe that king's butt. Which, I gotta be honest here. Is this gonna be like a running gag in the story? Like every time people are like, I don't know if we can trust them. I don't know if this is a good idea. Are you sure you're trusting this person? Son, and person was always gonna be my dad. I'm literally related to the guy who killed my grandpa, and I want to kick his butt. Like I'm not gonna be judging here, people. So I am a bit curious if that's what's going to be the case here because it's the second time this has happened. It was once when Gopher was asking him about the demons, and it's happening here as well. So I have to well, yes, I think it was against when that happened to the. Yes, it was Gopher and I think Hendrickson as well. Although I don't think it was directly Hendrickson. Since and here, like I have to wonder, this is gonna be a running thing. So yeah, and was there Donnie be like, oh yeah, that's fair. And then we have and be like, but why flee the palace? Well, to be fair, why did he even decide to go on there, for God's sakes, in a completely unsuspicious way? So yeah, anyways, they have Nazians be like, huh, what? As they have and looking back at Nazians, she's like, what's up, Nazians? All signing like that. And as we have Nazians looking around himself, is like, we finally made two Liones, but now a moment of rest for us. Instead, we keep hearing all of these new trouble it's starting, isn't it? Which is kind of true. Like these guys went from fighting the assassins to going into Lyones, from walking to the straight to the palace, then running around looking for Percival, then getting hit by some of their top soldiers that even they can't even take straight up punishments because they're one of the best knights. And now they have to run around after just being healed to find some random guy who they aren't even sure is a friend or foe yet. If anyone Donnie's reaction is perfect for me because he's like, you said, man. First the Prince of Aeronis, and now Lancelot's one of the four knights too. I'm not really sure Lancelot being one of the four knights is all that shocking, but I guess they didn't know about it. But still. So, anyways, they were Nonsense saying, that and what was that transformation on Percival's part? That magic and that language. I guess they were aware of that thing that happened. As they will have Nonsense back. I'm sorry, not to make you recall it. As they will get a back shot of Percival, as Percival is like, back there, I really thought all of you died. And then I couldn't think about anything. I don't remember a thing about it, what I said or did. You have Festival of Spring. I was like, but just like when I almost lost 2 hours inside, you pulled me away from that again. As there is this very wholesome, happy expression by person was like, I'm really happy for that. Having all of you together with me. Yeah, that flags, people, that flags. So yeah, you have to wonder what this means now. Which now makes me wonder what would happen if he actually did if Percival actually did die to our insight, if something like that would happen as well. But yeah, anyways, there we have a blush from Nonzians, a little blush from and it's like as for not trying to be like this super serious guy, be like as if it's smiling thing. But yeah, anyways, there we have everyone kind of explaining happiness as with and be like, oh, don't be silly, we are all in this together now. And others like, no, but you've always been there, always. Oh, great! I'm just going back to his confessing his love to Percival thing. As they have Don, he can't be like the big brother. He's like, boy, you can't do a damn thing without us, can ya? And like being kind of snapping, doing the whole thing. As Percival's just laughing, being like, hey. As if Nonsense be like, you've always been my your guinea. As the person is like, all three like, it's like your guinea pig. As there we have now just looking down, be like sighing, as Dies like smack a bit as like, sorry, I'm his girlfriend. As she's putting her hand on her shoulders. But yeah, anyways, there we have I'm like, but I guess Lancer was friends with Prince Christian, huh? Well, actually, I think that is Percival not saying it. Is there have someone be like I'm guessing it's definitely Totoro in this shot. I'm guessing and be like, yeah, I'm amazed how arrogant he was with him. As then we have someone else be like maybe Donnie or Nozberg. Could he be the prince of somewhere? As they have, I'm guessing, and it's like not in a million years. I is Lancelot prince of the fairy forest? Because I'm pretty sure King is the king of fairy is with Lancelot being something else, but maybe I'm misremembering that one shot. I don't know, to be fair, it's possible that Elaine and Bond rule one kingdom of fairies while King and Deanne rule the other kingdom of fairies or giants. I mean, it could be the way, honestly. But yeah, anyways, then we have and be like, alright, guys, you better keep your eye on that Chian character. I guess she's finally gonna mention the fact that he seems to be lying. As then we have, I'm guessing Nazi's like, was he telling lies? As they have, I mean, like, oh, big ones. Which is odd, and Gion didn't really have that much bigger black. Like, remember how Ansett looked like when he was dying lies? Like, he was engulfed in black. Well, Gion was just like, the standard covered a bit there, covered a bit there, covered a bit there, covered a bit there type of lies. So, yeah, anyways, then we get a shot of Gion as like, he was aware of everything the whole time. He attacked Percival knowing full well he was one of the four knights. As then we have Percival himself taking a notice of that, being like, huh? Oh, Rain. As they were, I'm like, are you listening? As they were, Percival be like, oh, choo. I guess he's trying to get, he's trying to clear his nose or something. I guess he's not listening to what's happening. As then we have Percival saying, okay, guys, let's go find Gawain first. As then he starts running for it. As then we have Anne be like, I'm trying to look out for you. As then we have someone's I'm guessing person saying, yeah, we are actually I think that's supposed to be Dawn. It's like, yeah, we are Team Percival now. Let's show Jason's band a thing or two. Or is that supposed to be Percival? I'm not sure exactly. Which I wonder if there's some kind of deep reason why Percival doesn't want to focus on that. Or is it something else? I'm not exactly sure. It kind of feels like that should be his priorities here. So yes, anyways, we have Ansai. Wait about that. Is there another like what something else? As then we have I mean like won't Team Anghal hat be cooler? Now your name's too fucking long and too difficult to pronounce. As then we have Dieback, why? As then we have Anne saying, I think it would be more appropriate to call the teams by their respective knights of pop. Actually, that's probably not the end saying no. Respective knights of papacy. As if and be like, but I'm our leader. As Don's like, you're still clinging to that? As was like, come on, guys, we gotta start searching. Personally, I feel like you guys should have a different name based on something else, not the name of the character. Like maybe you guys should be called uh Green Feathers or something to refer to Percival's hairstyle. But if you want to go by names, fine, go by names by me, but just very uncreative, if you ask me. So yeah, anyways, then we see the bit of the rain falling on a leaf, as then we see Gawain in his armor that seems to be little bit different than for what Meliodas described at, or maybe it's someone else. I'm not exactly sure. Like I can tell it's a bit different because this time Gawain's armor doesn't have anything around here, while previously did have something like around here. So yeah, it's a bit weird. But we see Gawain sitting like a bench while there's a beam of light like covering him while the rain is flying over him. Like my God, he's really trying to look holy here. Is then we have Gawain saying or something like be like phew, phew, phew. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be some I'm saying or if that's just supposed to be him trying to do a sound effect or something. I have no idea. So yeah, anyways, due to this slide, some people were questioning if this means that Gawain is going to have the what's it called again? The sunbeam? No, sunshine. If I think is that the name of of Askenoz's ability? Sunshine. And needless to say, I'm hoping this is not the case because I don't really like the idea of having all three of the four knights be related to the seven sins in one way. And although Gawain, by this case, will not be related directly to Escanor, having him have this sunshine ability is just kind of it's not really something I want to have. Like I would much rather have one of the enemies have sunshine to beat rather than Gawain himself having it. But maybe it's just a mislead. I mean, after all, this looks more holy than golden, although I could just be wrong. Oh, so I'm not even sure this fucking thing looks like. Right now, is there like a beam of light just coming from a cloud? Because that would be noticeable. Anyways, Gawain's just kind of sitting there. I wonder if he's wedding or something, or just kind of being like, eh. So yeah, anyways, then we cut to some random villagers be like, how creepy! As like two hooded figures are walking across town. So yeah, no, some people were saying that one of them is that weird lizard creature that was when they were assembling the Holy Knights, well, the Chaos Knights in Cutting Office Code in I think chapter 7 or 8. I think or earlier, maybe I think it was one of the earlier chapters. I think it was after Percival, Donnie, and Sin escaped. But yeah, people say that, but to me, this cloaked figure just looks a bit too big than that other one, but it could easily be. We have two of them. Then we cut to some other part where a bunch of villagers, as they're like, fun, as they have someone saying, fun kingdom here, lively. As they we see a very, like, averagely tall man, very muscular build, with a very, very big chin, be like, how about I start with a bite to eat? As then we see him like having a cloak, which I'm guessing he may not be one of that previous one because one did seem to have the same cloak. Granted, this is manga, so you have to limit the number of colors here. But yeah, also sideburns. He has very good sideburns. Something I forgot to mention, and a bit of a mustache, but a very small one at that. So yeah, no, this is speculated that this man is actually Pelga about his armor because his build seems to be very similar to his, or how you would imagine Pelga would look like about his armor, which I honestly don't have that many arguments against. The only thing I'm not exactly sure on is one, I'm not sure if Pelga would know they were going to Leonis because he wanted to go, you know, get Percival and see how much stronger he got. So I don't know. So he clearly isn't a part of any kind of scheme that offers cooking in Leonis. And second, this is all supposed to be taking like a few hours at best between everything that's going on, like the gang escaping and going to Lyones. Like, this is very little time gap. So I'm not really sure if Ironside would, well, Pelgot would just be able to go straight to Lyones, be able to undress himself, to sneak into the Lyones, and then I don't know, I guess going for a bite to eat instead of looking for Percival. But it's probably Pelgot, but we'll wait and see if that is the case. So, anyways, there we have someone screaming, "Well, wait, please!" As they see a female running, it's like, "No, I can't wait!" As then we have the female screaming, "A midday moon and a drizzle with distant thunder! I've waited so long for this moment!" So, yeah. Now, there's some theory this might actually be Gavine in his, well, with both her armor, or like that the Holy Knight is something else, while this is the actual Gavine. Like, remember that the guy in the Holy Knight, because someone is talking to this female, so this can't just be some random female. Also, we don't see her face, we just see her like side and the back, so this clearly implies it's not some random child enjoying the rain. So yeah, I'm a bit curious on that side as well. It's possible this could be a case. Also, some people said this could be a Sin's bride, but we'll see on that part. So yeah, so I'm not exactly sure. Or this could easily be something to do with the chaos. I'm not exactly sure. So then we have the next panel with everything going black, as we have Meliodas there's been like, "Batra, tell me the new prophecy," as we see Batra saying, although I feel like Slade should be the one saying it. Or maybe Batra is supposed to be whispering into Slade's ear as Slade is saying it. But anyways, new prophecy is, "When the moon and distant thunder blast the kingdom, the four knights of prophecy will assemble." As if we have Melody like, "Huh? Ah, so you finally come, so they'll finally come together." We have like a bit of an ominous black as we're saying, "But," and for the final page we have him saying, "The throughout the work of an assassin of chaos and a blade of a traitor, hope will be snatched away once more." As we see the first part having Tristan and his group with Shion's eyes completely covered as they're looking for Gawain, Lancelot moving around his own, as we see Percival's group all running around as they are looking around themselves, as the dark fog that was in the beginning kind of starts looming over them. Death flags! So yeah, that flag. Now, I'm not saying this means Donnie and or Nausians are gonna die, although I could see Nausians dying. But I could see it's just there do seem to be hints at something really bad happening and something that's not good to be any good. Now I'm not sure this could also mean that's gonna be involving Percival getting kidnapped or something like that. Something like that. Especially the previous guy is Pelgard, but it's kind of difficult to say specifically. And now, as for the work of an assassin of chaos and a blade of a traitor. Now, the assassin of chaos could mean Ironside, like one of his titles is literally the assassin, but it could be the Gawain or one of those cloaked figures. Like, it's difficult to say for sure on who is being referred to exactly. I mean, if it's Belgard, then I could see it, but I'm not exactly sure why an assassin would be needed. As for the other one being the blade of a traitor, which honestly should be considered to be Chion, especially considering how ominous his is. The last couple of chapters with him and literally point out he lied, he knew everything, as well as the fact, as well as this chapter. So yeah, it's very obvious that would be Cheon. In fact, some people are saying that it's so obvious it's Cheon, it just isn't him. Like it's actually Jay because it says the blade of a traitor, which you'd think, which considering there's no blade, you could say this could represent Jade because he has a sword. Well, even the Trishan was was pointed out because of the fact there's no sword. And also, there's no definition of what the and a blade of a traitor is exactly. Like, it doesn't not saying like a traitor of a night of prophecy or something like that. It's just saying traitor. So someone is gonna, so someone's gonna betray and has a blade. No, I'm not exactly sure again if that is supposed to be Cheon or Jay or who exactly is being referred here. I mean, as far as we know, the whole blade could just be like, oh, the trade's gonna use a blade for whatever is gonna happen. But yeah, we'll see exactly what's going to happen here. So right now, my assumption is there's gonna be an assassin from Camelot, and someone of the Christian spy is gonna betray us. Now, Jian is the logical suspect, but he's so logical that there might be someone else. Also, just to mention, we have now solved this. I'm not exactly sure if there's a reason why she had to split up. Like you would say, she's also a possibility because just her child. So it would be kind of good subversion of expectation. But it's kind of difficult to say for now. But yeah, she's somewhere. Who knows? The guy in Colin, the guy who is supposed to be Gavine in the armor, is just kind of sitting on a bench somewhere. A Pelgot looking guy or guy who could be Pelgot is going for a bite, and yeah. As for that's it for the chapter. As for what I think the next chapter could be, well, it could be anything, honestly. I mean, as far as we know, we could have characters starting to encounter their opponents and start battling. We could get the treachery. Like, we don't know. It could go in any manner of ways. Uh, we could just have the. I mean, as far as we know, we could just have reveal who are gonna be the enemies of this arc. I mean, that's possible as well. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for my reaction of Four Knights of the Apocalypse. I hope you like it. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.